Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Cindy Grossman. New York City born and raised, luxury retail management was her game. Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom were her jewelry playgrounds. Had enough at 38, fled to Miami, where Neiman Marcus Bal Harbour found her. Recruited to Mont Blanc, where her regional position challenged her. Met her husband 4 years ago, and Brevard County she did go. COVID hit, she needed a new career fit. Age-defying beauty with Mary Kay, she did say. And now, here's Cindy Grossman.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Mesmerize the Mirror at Any Age. Mitch, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you for still having me. Hello, hello, hello to you.
Thank you, Jesse. Thanks for keeping us in line here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you. And we have two special guests today.
A double header.
Double header, that's right. We have Joan Ortega Cowan, who is the president of Vero Beach Opera, and her lovely daughter, Tanya Ortega Cowan, who is the marketing director. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about Vero Beach Opera.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to be here. I have to tell you, we came to a private concert, my husband and myself. I think it was last week, maybe.
It's one of the perks of membership.
Oh,
yes.
okay, we're gonna get
only members are invited.
Right, and it was really lovely. It was 3 pieces, and it was just the piano.
Yes.
Tell our audience about it.
Bosendorfer, is that? Oh boy.
Oh yes, that's right. We should not call it a piano.
You're right.
You're right.
Yes.
Top of the line.
Yeah, the
Top of the
Bentley of
line.
pianos. Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think the house was built around the piano.
Yeah, it was
actually.
that room, and yes, and
Beautiful.
And our host is a member and a huge part of Vero Beach Opera, and keeps music going year round. So we have our season, our big season, January, February, March. But members get to come to the parlor concerts.
Very nice.
As a thank you
Yeah.
for
Yes.
being members.
It's lovely.
And Rich is the host. Rich.
And
Rich.
Mitch.
Yeah.
No, it was Rich.
Anyway, Rich Vogel,
Yes.
who owns who is the parlor concert host, kept us going through COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a season when we had no season
Mm-hmm.
because of that. So
Right.
it's been wonderful.
Some members could come, and there were lots of doors, so there was lots of air moving.
Right,
and,
right. Oh,
yeah.
and
that's
masks and
wonderful.
whatever.
Right.
But anyway, that
Here
was
we are.
then.
Yes, right. And now we're on to new and doing
Healthy and
wonderful.
having-
But I have, now I'm from New York City. So, of course, the city, Metropolitan Opera, the whole works. How does Vero Beach have such an incredible opera here?
We have a lot of connections with the Met, actually, and our young rising stars. We do a competition every year, and they're all top finalists. I always kind of get this wrong.
The Metropolitan Opera auditions, which they call it La Font competition.
all the young people
They're the top 10 to 20 winners. And that's
that
not
are
even
vying to be part of the Metropolitan Young Lindemann Artist.
Lindemann Young Artist Program. So
Fantastic.
we have good connections. And we also have, Deborah Voigt was the top Wagnerian Strauss soprano in the world at one time. She lived here. So she got involved with us like in 2003. And then Marcello Giordani, who was the top tenor at the Met and in the world, Europe too. So we have a lot of Met connections. With New York
we
and all
started
over
our
the world.
competitions with them, actually. So
Yeah, we did.
Incredible.
Mhm.
And how did you become involved?
Through my husband, who is a baritone and an opera lover. That's how he grew up in Cuba. His family was involved in it. He actually, I think, sang in an opera way back when Richard Tucker came to visit, and he could have told you about this. This was wonderful. But anyway, that's how we became involved in 2003, and we've been running Vero Beach Opera since then, almost 20. What?
Right, it'll be 20 years.
This
Right.
year, coming year.
Big celebration.
And there's a
right.
board of directors, and it's a
Not a family
right.
run
Even
thing.
though
Right.
it seems family, we're
Right.
talking about our family, but
Yeah, actually, it was founded as Vero Beach Opera Guild in 1988, and it was a support organization for an opera company in Fort Pierce, which no longer exists. So in 2003, one of the ladies who we know, Rosemary Gagliardi, said, please help us. We're not doing well. So we took it over and we just ran with it. In like 2006, we became Vero Beach Opera and a full production opera company. Tanya did a backstage at the La Boheme, and that tells you how we do it in a week, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, every January we put on a fully staged opera with orchestra. So sets and, and we have many people that do go to the Met and they make great comparisons. It's similar.
All over the world they've seen operas.
Yeah. And we have Met conductors too, actually. Now we're I'm throwing lots of different things in, but anyway, our January opera, so we cast it like it's cast now. So, and all of the singers are all over the country performing, but they know their parts.
They're
the world. That's true. Yes. The chorus is practicing. We do have a local chorus. We bring in Stetson Opera. So anyway, the week of the actual opera, in fact, this year it'll be January 1st. Everyone will arrive in Vero Beach, and for 1 week, we own the Vero Beach High School Performing Arts Center. And we take it over, and it's like we put together the production. There's staging, there's, costume fittings, even just like any opera or theater. Then the orchestra comes in, and there's all that going on. And I did a behind the scenes making of La Boheme. That was our opera last January. So that's on YouTube. You can see that, and you can really see, it's about 20 minutes long, and you can see everything.
How we put it together.
Puts it together.
Please give us the YouTube channel or address.
Yes, sure. Vero Beach Opera. But yeah, sure will. But if you search Vero Beach Opera, also you can find it from our website, verobeachopera.org. I feel like a billboard, but I don't need that.
And we should mention that Joan, husband, and Tanya's dad, Roman Ortega Cowan, is the artistic director.
He has been for like 19 years, but we just he's the artistic advisor now because we're transitioning maybe to, we're not around here forever and we need to look ahead in order for the opera company to continue.
He wants to work on restoring old cars too, but anyway,
he's connected with it, but he's not charged with the whole running of it now.
Okay, so who would that be now?
Russell Franks, who was the former director of Stetson Opera Theater for 20 years, and he knows what he's doing too. So we have a really good.
Yeah, he's amazing and really hands-on too. Like you'll see in the making of La Boheme, he's not only the artistic director, but he's also the
stage director.
Well, yeah, stage director. That actually not for La Boheme, Stephen Ella, right, for this year. But he's so hands-on. He's back there with the saw and doing all he's just gets into it.
Everything. And you'll love this. Our sets come from Stevenello in New York.
Oh wow!
Yes.
La Boheme sets drops. We use drops and projections and lighting and. People said they were really amazed at our La Boheme production.
And
if you haven't seen it, you really need to look at it.
So you get the sets and the costumes pretty much the same place that the Met would get them? Is that a fair statement?
Well, actually, some of his drops are actually from La Scala, not the Met.
Wow.
La Scala. And the Met's a pretty big opera house. We don't use the Met's drops, but...
for physically bigger. Right.
Yeah, it would be bigger. Yeah, but no, and they're amazing. You'll see those on YouTube.
Amazing. So, what is the production this January?
Lésir d'amore. Did I say that right?
Lésir d'amore. Yes,
sounds good. And can
the
you
elixir of love.
Oh, okay.
Love potion number 9. Although that's not in it. But actually,
that's the American
people
version.
will remember. Let's see if I can. It's the tenor part, but. Una furtiva lagrima, da 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 da. This melody.
That's the
la, da, 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 da.
Beautiful.
The tenor.
She has
tenor role.
People will
She's
know
a singer
that.
too.
Okay.
Not for me.
Are you in the choir?
I'm not actually. I'm going to be running around with my camera doing the making of Lésir d'amore this time. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So,
Oh well, we'll sure to be there.
So that's a big event, and then members are invited to the after party, and you meet all, you get to really
the artists,
have
all
fun.
the artists are there.
Yeah,
and they sing.
They sing. The parties
They're not
are
too wiped out from the whole opera.
Right,
Like
right.
La Boheme was pretty.
But they come and do. Yeah, they love it. They love opera, and they love the opportunities, and
A lot of fun.
I think it's amazing that they get the talent from all across the country.
It's incredible.
And in only a week's time, they put together a world-class full stage costume operatic.
Amazing.
yeah, it's like
performance.
Herculean. That's the word we like to use.
Exactly.
Well,
One of his labors.
Yeah.
Well, we actually are not forced to do it, but because of the school calendar at the Vero Beach High School Performing Arts Center, when they do their calendar every year in March, they put in all of their dates for everything, and then we get first choice of what's left, but it's first
They're
choice.
booked, yeah.
So we always have it the first week in January because it's spring, not spring, but
holiday
Christmas break.
Right.
And then
But it works great for our audiences, and we love it.
And we always have it in the afternoon at 3 because some are longer than others, but a lot of older people here don't like to drive at night.
Right.
So we do get a lot of people in.
Nice.
We use that. It's a great place for us because we have the orchestra pit. So that's why
And
we're
great
there.
park. A lot
And they're
of
just great to
parking,
work
box
with.
office, everything.
Yeah,
Everything
box
works
office.
for us. We've been
Sounds good.
performing there since 2005 or 6 when they built it.
Wow.
So it's
Cindy,
not too old.
Yeah.
Let's take a break and let's
break.
hear more
I know.
about
We'll come back.
Because we have more to tell you.
upcoming programming and
Absolutely.
let's hear
Something
more.
in February and March too.
Okay.
Excellent.
We'll keep our audience in suspense.
All right.
Yeah, you'll
Thank
love
you.
that.
Need an enlightening pick-me-up? Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinergy to energize your skin and keep it looking fabulous forever. Kristen can help with hair removal, sugaring to keep your whole body smooth and conditioned. Kristen will help you refresh and defend your skin while giving you a customized facial. Cindy helps skinergize and get you camera ready for your everyday look or special occasion. Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinergy. Find them on Facebook under the Skinergy Squad.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a fall sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
At Compass Pest Control, we focus on killing pests where they live and breed by terminating them outside your home or office before they can get in. Hi, I'm Chris Hudman, co-owner of Compass Pest Control. We prevent roaches, ants, and other pests from getting inside with a proactive approach. We don't stop there. We also offer lawn and plant health programs, and we'll never sell you something you don't need. At Compass Pest Control, our prices are competitive, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Get a free estimate. Visit compasspests.com.
Don Baker, a blind young man, moved into his own apartment against the wishes of his overprotective mother. Jill Tanner, the free-thinking woman next door, takes a liking to him and his spotless apartment. As they begin a closer relationship, Don's mother enters to help her son navigate his new life. Butterflies Are Free is a funny, touching, and emotional play about the risks that go with loving someone. Don't miss Butterflies Are Free, playing now through November 13th at Riverside Theater. Get tickets at riversidetheater.com.
The law offices of Goldman, Monahan, Tucker, and Bettine is here to help you with your personal legal challenges, business needs, and real estate matters. Since 1984, we have assisted countless numbers of Florida individuals and businesses with their legal issues, from trusts and estates, wills, real estate, and civil or criminal litigation. We pride ourselves on maintaining lifelong client relationships and would appreciate the opportunity to assist you and your family as well. Please call 321-639-1320 for further information on the law offices services of Goldman, Monahan, Tucker, and Bettine, a non-attorney spokesman.
And we're back with Joan and Tanya talking about the Vero Beach Opera. So we started talking during the break. Tell us about the opera that's coming in January, because it sounds like a fun one.
Well, I'll just start by saying it's 2 acts. It's Italian. It's a comedy. It's a farce, and we will have super titles, so you'll be able to read as in English as they go. But what's it about, Joan?
Well, here's this young tenor who's not particularly handsome or whatever, appealing to the ladies, and he laments his situation. And so then this Dolcamara comes to town, and he's selling he's selling it as the elixir of love, but actually potion. It's wine. So he buys some, and he gets kind of drunk and all. It's a long story, but the girls really didn't have much to do with him because he wasn't their type, I guess. But then they got wind of the fact that his aunt or uncle or somebody was leaving him a lot of money. So all of a sudden they got really enthused about it, and he thought it was the l'Elixir de Mort.
But I think love does ultimately win in the end. Like I think there's hope, and
there's a baritone who tries to vie for her affection.
There's always that baritone.
The soprano finally falls in love with the guy because she can't
with the tenor.
Sweet.
No, with the tenor. Yeah, of course.
Tenor always mostly gets the girl.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good to know.
Pavarotti sang this role. Pavarotti's first role, I think, when at the Met was in l'Elixir de Mort. Yeah. Donizetti. It's fun. We've been doing a lot of tragic things, like we did Madame Butterfly and Carmen, but then we did do Barbara Seville with some Met opera singers and our Met conductors from the Met. And now we did La Boheme, which was phenomenal. And people were crying all the way through. And now we thought we'll do something fun. We're
tired of crying.
Exactly.
Anyway. So would you like to hear about February?
Yes.
I was just going to say opera really is, though, like extreme tragedy or extreme comedy.
Right.
But
mostly somebody dies, but nobody dies.
Well, February, we do a concert every year, and a themed concert. And this year it is The Phantom Goes to the Opera.
Concert.
Yes, concert. It's a concert, yeah.
Right.
We celebrating Andrew Lloyd Webber and opera favorites and arias.
Yeah.
And we have great singers coming from all, we could go on and on kind of about their...
One of the singers is the grand finals winner of the Met. Wow. There were 5 or 6. She was one of those. So, and she came to a Pollard concert here 2 years ago. So we know her, Alexandra, and she has a Russian name, Raros. I can never pronounce it. But she's singing, and then we have this handsome guy, Matthew White, who really started with us as a minor role, and then he went on to AVA, Academy of Vocal Arts in Philadelphia. He's singing now Houston Opera. He just did La Traviata, the tenor. He's singing Rigoletto, Don Giovanni, and he's only not even 30 years old. And he's so
gorgeous,
cute.
Yes.
Anyway,
we're swooning.
Yeah, but we have a lot of young singers who love to sing for us, and
they love coming to Vero Beach.
Yeah. And this is a draw because you want to get people to come to hear the opera, but they love Broadway too. But we don't do all the Broadway stuff. Riverside usually does the musicals.
They've got that covered.
Yeah, so we do we do things like what would draw them in, and they still would like some opera.
Right.
And this is successful. Last year we had La Bella Italia with Sergio Franchi. Do you know who Sergio Franchi?
Of course.
His widow's a good friend of ours.
Oh, wow.
She'll be a judge at our competition in March, as a matter of fact.
So that was all of his Italian songs that he sang during his career, and we had 3 tenors doing it, and a few sopranos, but the tenors,
That was nice.
But anyway, would you like to hear about, maybe that's February 4th, Saturday.
Okay.
Right? 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's at the Vero Beach High School Performing Arts Center.
So all the performances are at the high school.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yes.
That's good to know.
And then in March, we have a Rising Stars Opera Competition. We started in 2013 with Marcello Giordani. He started a foundation in New York, and he had one in New York, and he had them in Italy, and Catania and other places. But he did his first one in Vero was 2013. And the top winner, $10,000 winner was David Pershall. And when he won, he went to the stayed at the Opera House in Vienna. Then he got to the Met, and he actually debuted in The Barber of Seville, which he did for us here 2 years ago in that role.
And he was in La Boheme last year.
So anyway, then in 2016, we had Deborah Voigt. We did a couple of competitions with her. And then we've started really our own, my idea, Rising Stars, who are the young Metropolitan Opera auditions singers. And Vero Beach Opera funds the first prize for the Met Auditions districts and the regionals in Atlanta. And our Russian soprano, Alexandra, won in Atlanta. She went on to the semifinals, the finals, and the grand finals this year.
Wow.
And she's coming to our February.
Right? She'll be there singing.
So,
Excellent. Now we talk about funding. How does the Vero Beach Opera have their funding?
well, several ways. We have different pots, as we call them. One thing is membership, like new members, returning members. We have a wonderful playbill that Tanya puts together, which we sell ads for that.
Okay.
And then we have a corporate sponsor, Tocqueville Asset Management, out of New York, San Francisco, and Vero Beach. He has an office in New York City. But they moved here like 6 years ago, and they gave us an office on Vero Beach, on the beach, and they sponsor us. And then Mercedes of Melbourne is a season sponsor for many years.
Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Audi.
That's right. And then we have
Of Melbourne.
legacy funds and an endowment that helps too. So we have a
growing endowment.
about
and
Lewis,
Lawson.
chairman of our board.
Yeah. It was really started see,
a
you should
donor
tell it.
okay. Lewis came to us from Atlanta, and he was really involved in Atlanta opera, and he was a singer at the Met when he was young. So he moved to Vero, and he loved Vero Beach Opera, and he worked with us. He was our chairman of the board, and he helped us, guided us in many ways. And he set up a donor-advised fund because he passed away 3 years ago, unfortunately. But that's one of our legacy donors. So we had no idea that he did this.
So,
Okay, I have two questions. We don't have a lot of time
I
left.
know, we're
but
going
let me
off on
ask
tangents
Tanya,
now.
and Joan, two things. One, how do they get in touch?
Yes.
And then, but the most important question, what's your favorite opera?
You go.
So,
How do we get in
I don't know
touch?
who goes first.
VeroBeachOpera.org really has everything you'd want to know.
What a website. It's brand new.
We
She
just
did
redid
this
it.
summer.
Yeah, and so and your favorite opera, I'd have to say I'm now embarrassing
Carmen.
myself. This is live stream, right? Yeah, by Carmen.
There are so many. I can tell you the
Except
ones
she
I
does
really
get
don't
murdered.
like.
Don't like.
Yeah, like there's some that
We
like,
love Lesier d'Amore.
Yeah. And my husband loves Rigoletto. That's his very favorite. And then there, Il Trovatore has every aria and duet and whatever in there is wonderful.
I'd say you like the traditional romantic language.
Bien sûr, oui, je parle français,
operas.
je hablo español.
You know,
je parle-
but you know, then like a friend, a good friend, she loves the Ring, you know, the Wagner,
Oh,
and
the Wagner,
yeah,
the Ringer de Nibelung,
yes.
right?
So you know,
Yeah.
it's just all such a spectacle.
Well,
and,
the good thing is you have something for everybody.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you try to change it up so it's not all heavy,
Right.
it's not
Right.
all comedy. It's a
Right.
little bit of something to appeal to a broad audience, and you learn a little bit, and
Right.
maybe you like something you didn't think you'd like. So
Absolutely.
that's
We've done a lot. We've done the Marriage of Figaro. You know, we've done so many operas in the last since 2005. The first one we did was Carmen, and you know Licia Albanese. Did you ever hear of her?
Yeah.
She was a legend soprano. She died recently, maybe at 102. But she came down from New York and was our first stage director.
yes.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, people
been
love
very
Vero
lucky.
Beach, and I think that Deborah Voigt, Marcello, those early days opened the doors for us.
Paul
and then
Pliszka.
Paul Pliszka,
Yeah, Paul Pliszka.
that's right. And so we made relationships, and now we have all the new
Amazing.
young. We're probably running out of time, but
Yes.
yes.
Anything else? Vero Beach Opera Office, 772-569-6993. Give me a call, and I'll leave a message, and I'll return your call.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Get in touch with Joan Ortega Cowan. Vero Beach Opera. I know I'll be there, and I look forward to seeing many of our Vero Beach residents.
I'll be there too. Yay! And they'll be here too.
And I know
And we'll be
That's
at
right.
the after party.
Nice. Become a member after party. It's all about the after party.
it is. It's all about the social events, right? Because we're like a amici. We're a big family.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Grazie mille.